Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today we're going to make a masculine birthday card. I don't make these very often, and I'm looking at my stamps going, why don't I have more masculine stamp sets? Because I don't make very many masculine cards, but I do need to keep a masculine stamp set handy because we all need a masculine card now and then. You can kind of use those for sympathy cards too. The one I'm going to use today is Autumn Leaves. I'm actually not going to use the stamp set, but I'm going to use the dies. I'm also going to use Simply Said. This Birthday Wishes is, it's cursive, but it's not like really florally. So I'm going to use that on my card today. And so I'm going to use some new designer series paper from the mini catalog. I love this paper. It's timeless plaid. I love plaids. Any kind of checks and plaids, things like that. So let's get started. Less chatting, more stamping. Okay, so today I am going to start with a piece of Old Olive. And it's kind of funny because my last Stamp Lovers class, I had a leftover kit, and this is from that leftover kit, 5.5 by 8.5. So I am having my Stamp Lovers class on the third Monday morning. It will be at 10 a.m. If you're interested, I do have some openings. Okay, so just letting you know, you need to let me know by the 10th, which would be Monday. Okay, this is, what color? So pretty and so unusual that I don't use it that often. Hold on a second. Can't think. Soft Seafoam. Soft Seafoam. So, yeah, couldn't think of the color. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and adhere this to my card base. So this is 4 by 5.25. It's just a 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it layers nicely. And then I do have my Timeless Plaid. So this designer series paper is 6 by 6, and this one is the one that I think mostly looks masculine. And so this is the piece that I'm going to use today. And I'm going to layer this onto this. So I cut this just 1/4 inch smaller. So this is 5 by 3 3/4. I'm going to go ahead and add this to my card. If you're just beginning to create cards, measuring is probably the hardest thing to get going in your brain. But once you get it, you get it. So the paper trimmer is key. You need a paper trimmer, and you need to think about layering. Now, this size card always fits into an envelope, our envelopes. So that's why we always use the size. You can make your cards bigger, that's for sure. Okay, so let's start looking at some dies. And so Autumn Leaves has all of these dies. All right, tons of leaves and veins. And it has 2 of these little that are perfect for your sentiments. It has little pieces. It's just amazing. It's in the annual catalog, so it is not sold as a bundle anymore. 10% discount because it's been around a while. But if you're interested in this, 162185, the dies are still featured in the catalog along with the stamp set. And this is the stamp set, Autumn Leaves, 162179, 12 stamps. It has some really nice sentiments also, and these little ones fit into that little tiny die. So these little tiny sentiments are really cool. All right. So, as I said, I didn't really use the stamp set, but the card's gonna open this way. And I did cut a countryside corner out of gold. So these dies are nesting dies, and there are 7 of these. So the one that I chose is this one, and I cut it out of gold foil. And a lot of people ask me, gold foil is not in the catalog? Oh, yes, it is. It's still in the catalog. 2 sheets for $5. I mean, you don't need a whole lot of gold usually. And people don't realize that it really can make a card. Okay, so yeah, gold foil is still available. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to my card also. It's nice and heavy too. It's like really heavy cardstock. So super nice. I am going to move this, no, I'm gonna leave it right in the center. I was gonna move it up a little bit, but I'm just gonna use it, put it in the center. Now what I did was I had this extra piece, right, that I cut off of here. So I cut 2 of these leaves from this. And I really like this little check on the back. So I'm going to use those on my card. Got my little pot here full of all my little goodies that I pre-cut. Okay, so I did cut 1 out of soft sea foam, and I cut 2 out of that leftover piece of designer series paper. And then I also cut 2 little leaves, and I just cut these out of old olive. So I did, because there's, and this is another thing I really like about these dies. There's 2 of these leaves. And some people say, why would you need 2? Well, because then you can just cut them at one time. You don't have to cut them separately, right? You can put them into your cut and emboss and just cut them at the same time. So I did cut 2 of those. All right. And then this is the other die that's from that. And I just cut that out of white. Okay, so those are all my pieces. All right. I have everything now. And I'm going to start assembling it onto my card. And I'm going to pop some of them up. Not all of them, but I'm going to pop maybe 1 or 2 of them up. Okay, so let me first of all stamp my sentiment. And I think I'm just going to stamp this in, I'm trying to decide. I might go with Mossy Meadow, but it's so much green. I think I might just go with black. I'm going to use Memento Black. First I thought, yeah, I'm going to stay with the greens, but now I think, ooh, let's just go with some black. And that'll really make the sentiment stand out. See, it's very masculine, even though it's cursive. All right, so I am for sure going to pop this up. So I'm going to use some of these last dimensionals. Okay, and then I'm going to pop one of these up. I'll pop that up. I think that might be all I'm going to pop up. Okay, so let's use some liquid glue real quick. I'm just going to put a little liquid glue on the back of this. I don't need to use liquid glue, and especially around foil, you want to be super careful if you're using liquid glue. You don't want it to squeeze out onto your foil because it'll kind of, you'll never get it off the foil, and it'll just make a big glob, and it'll be not good. Okay. So the reason I chose soft sea foam for this one is because soft sea foam is this piece, and it's kind of hidden in there, and it's really an extra color that is, I think, needed on this card. Okay, now I have to decide, before I put everything together, where I want this leaf. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach this next. Just going to attach that right here. And then I'm going to have this kind of overlap my sentiment. So it's going to be up here, popped up. And then my leaves, there's a right and a wrong way here. So I'm going to make sure I get those right. My leaves, I do want them just kind of underneath. And this one, does that need to be popped up? Ooh, I think it might need to be popped up. So I'm going to pop this one up. And I'm going to put that right up here. Wow, I think it's so cute. I am going to put a piece on the inside. And the reason is because that's so dark. I honestly think it needs a piece. And this is 5 by 3 3/4. And I have a little strip of this, so I'm going to add this on here. Add this way or this way? I'll go this way. You can see I didn't really plan all the way on this. I'm just going to add a little of my Stampin' Seal. I'm going to put this on the bottom. Just leave a little strip. Okay. Turn it over. Trim that off. Now I have a place to write on, and it's light enough that you can actually see it. I'm not going to add any embellishments. I had thought about it, but I think with the gold, it might just take away from it. And, you know, do guys really need like rhinestones or anything? I don't think so. So there's my card. Now, this could easily be a sympathy card, right? Change this to with sympathy. Totally a sympathy card. So thanks for watching today. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. Appreciate you watching my videos and giving me a like. And I'll see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Bye.